Chapter 6, End of the World. Now that I think about it, it'd kind of suck if keys spawn in after a certain chapter, so you have to... Like if I went to Grenoble, some other key would be there, or Mudtown, for example. But we'll check out the war camp. We'll see what's in that general area, and from there we will try to scour the area for any other honor medals. Right now I'm keeping an eye out as I backtrack through town, looking for anything that happens to Sparkle. All in all, it seems pretty dull, and I'm just hoping they actually aren't hiding the common ones in the blind spots, since I've been kind of neglecting that. Looks pretty calm and tranquil. Yes. To the war camp. If we can sense the pressures of war from here, I wonder how the people of Fireblade feel. May the dais bless your voyage. Well, we'd know if we could actually go to Fireblade, but as far as I know, you can't actually ever go there, at least in the first decade. That may change in future decades, since they does have more and more time to work on stuff. Plus, they can recycle some of the current stuff because, well, to be blunt, it's not too much about the geography is going to change in time. There'll be some small differences which wouldn't be too hard to change, but for the most part, it should be consistent. And to be perfectly honest, this is one of the areas that I'm a bit concerned about, since there would be dozens of places to hide keys or honor medals here. Damn, I'm gonna have to fight. Okay, it just came to my attention that they put Arya into my party and stuff. Ilian, we can fix that real quick and be on our way. So over here, it looks like your reward is just the totem with the serpent. Crap, I've been spotted. Where's a cardboard box when you need one? Sure, you may say cardboard hasn't been invented yet, but I'm just gonna say people are lazy. Okay, there's a guy in the trees up there, so we're coming down here for a moment. Small white crystals. Not even sure if those are an effective healing item past this point, to be blunt. All the enemies hit hard enough to where that 100 HP is nothing. Right here, I think, is where we are going to have to come back for Artur. Okay, this looks suspicious. But I think that's the way forward. Let's come back around here. Worst come to worst, you can always well, you have to come back here to retrieve Artur later. So if you miss anything right now, it's not the end of the world. You can just pick it up on your next trip. And I think you have to come through here one more time just because of you need to leave the war camp to return victorious. totem of the owl. Well, if the final boss fight is the same as was the beta, then as long as there's no keys hidden inside of Elaine's throne room, you should be able to retrieve everything even after fighting the Enders. It's only if there's something inside of that room that there will be missables then. There's no metals hidden here. But here we are at the new war camp. Deus, what has happened to this place? So many wounded, so many dead. Welcome to the front lines of war, fellow squires. Things are far from pretty here. I hope you can get used to it. No, Lee doesn't ever want to get used to this. There's so much pain, so much grief. How can you not hate this, Lucien? Some must fight for the sake of all, Lee. That's how humans survive. Even if war is right to be hated, would you stand still when raiders rob your land? For years, I've been one among those who fight. They who belong in the battlefield. Look at all these deaths. Nobody wants war, Lee. It's ugly. It's despicable. Yet the fact remains that we still have to resort to it for the sake of our survival. If we don't win here, more cities will meet the same fate as Montcalm. More will be destroyed, more will die, more will be taken away by them. Rather than letting such things happen, I choose despicable war any time. Sadness and grief have a place, but not here. Here we set our sights on victory. Now that you know how horrible a war is, will you fight with us, Julian? Will you fight with us in this war for a future where war will no longer be necessary? Lee is still not used to the human world. There's always so much conflict, so much fighting. But if she can help to make the world of humans more peaceful, then she will. That's good then. Keep up that spirit and you'll be fine. You sound like your uncle already, Luce. Maybe you were only talking to Lee, but your words have also made me believe in you. Don't say such flowery lies, Isaac. I am still far from being like him. Now, let's talk to the soldiers here and see what we can do to help out. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's go. Here are the two clerics in case you need to buy healing items or get rid of wounds. Protective vest. That can be handy. Whoa. So yeah, this actually may not be a bad pickup on Yilian just because if I have her dedicated to healing, she doesn't actually have to worry about attacking. So I'm just going to keep that in the back of my mind as an option in case I run into any fights. Can we buy cold iron here since it's cold? Wow, he doesn't sell crafting materials. Yeah, I still need some stuff. Huh. Let's go ahead and grab this iron plate. I think that's Severin's tent, so would this be Marianne's, or... Let's go poke our head in Severin's tent. Okay, nothing there. Let's head up here then. Don't give them any space. Knights these days, they get tired just after fighting for an hour or two. In the old days, we used to be fighting all day long and then some. Rustful, watch out. Ha, I didn't need your help. You thought I couldn't handle that myself? You're too fat to move quickly. What did you say, Shorty? Shut up, you two. Here they come again. No rest for the wicked, is there? Bring it on, monsters. Things aren't looking good. We're barely holding them off. Even those three heroes aren't having a hard time. What are these brutes made of? If we fight these monsters on foot, we'll die in no time. Speaking of heroes, I don't see Lilou Durandal anywhere. Now that you mention it. True, only 2 among 3 sacred swords are present. 'Tis said in the Book of Lore that the 3 swords resonate to each other's powers. Then if one of them isn't here, both the Guru and the Faithkeeper would not be at their most optimal strength. We can't be the only ones who notice this. Why hasn't anyone? Please move aside. I have an important message for General Severin. General Severin. Take a breath. What is it, runner? I bring news from the infirmary, sir. Retrieval and I will handle the front lines for a while. Leave it to us. Are you sure? Leave your post for a while, Seb. You've earned it. While you're gone, we'll probably defend this cross better than you did. Don't worry about us, dear. Now hurry. Go and see how she's doing. Thank you. This way, sir. What was that? Must not be anything nice if it's the infirmary that we're talking about. Agreed. Perhaps we should go there and see what aid we can offer the General. A solid idea. Let's go. I can't do it, Lord General. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but you're asking the impossible. Is something the matter, Lord General? Nothing's happening here, squires. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll just... Noticed the direction he went. He left the camp. Well, he is sure that wasn't nothing, but why must Sir Artur lie? Did we interrupt something important, General? Perhaps I was being too hard on that boy. Can I trust you to bring him back here, squires? His presence is needed here. We can't afford having him break down right now. Yes, General? He's having a hard time right now. Do try to give him some space. However, personal emotions should be put below the needs of the army. If he refuses to cooperate, you can force him, however you deem necessary. Your uncle can be very, very scary sometimes, Lucian. A leader will have to make difficult decisions, Lee, including this one. That's the kind of burden Lord Uncle carries on his shoulder. All this time I thought leading meant being the best fighter in the pack. Clearly I am still a cut far different than the Ravager. That aside, I am piqued about Lord Artur's behavior. A coward he may be, but this was unusually blatant. I have a suspicion, but that can come at a later time. Agreed, let's just hurry and find it before we lose the man for good. I'm going to talk to this guy real quick, and then I'm going to put a break for now. Yeah. So, I'm going to put a cut here. When we pick up next time, we will be hunting Artur, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, the time has come to go find Artur. So if you remember that one area that was blocked off by a tree, that's where he is. He has moved the tree, and we can go there and... well, 2 boss fights left in the game. So... unless I find that side quest or the hidden dungeon, we pretty much are wrapping up here. Now, I don't know how the editing is going to work, if I'm going to end up splitting this chapter into 2, or if there actually is a final chapter where I don't have to worry about the... you can see the tree has been moved. was I saying? Something about how I'm going to split the video. I don't know if this chapter is going to be in 2 parts, unlike the other ones, or if I'm able to just combine them. What have we here? Crystals. So I don't want the videos to be excessively long because they take long to watch. If your internet connection is either unstable or just slow, it can be a chore to watch. And that's my incentive for splitting the videos, not just to increase the number of videos on the channel or anything like that. Otherwise, believe me, it's a lot more convenient for me to just throw up one solid video and call it quits. Now, I'm trying to remember, I think okay, I thought he was down. Uh-oh. This one isn't limited. So, yeah, these suckers can chase pretty far. And I think he's right here, then. So, there's a save point to clue you in that we have a fight right here. It's only about 1 minute, approximately, but I still don't want to risk into any unnecessary fights. And I don't really count this fight as a boss fight, by the way. There he is. Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to go back there. But everyone else needs you, Sir Artur. Why wouldn't you want to help them out? Need me? They don't need me. They don't even want me. What they do need is a new bearer for the sword Durandal. People need a warrior, not a cowardly bard that just happens to be born in a wrong family. Wait, Sir Artur, are you implying the Lady Durandal has passed away, hasn't she? We offer our condolences, Lord Durandal. No, please, don't call me that. Alas, thou art the next in line for the seat of Fireblade, my lord. Unfitting as it may be, the burden of wielding the Durandal has fallen onto thee. What do you think people will say when a useless bard like me wields the sacred sword? I can't even hold it properly. How am I supposed to swing it around? It doesn't matter now, does it? Yes, you might have never wanted all this, but now they're your responsibility. There are people out there risking their lives believing they can win. You may be a coward, but betraying your own people like this? It's such a lowly deed. I'm not my sister, squires. Everyone is different. You can't expect me to be a warlord like what Lilou was? Is that her name? Lilou? I don't know. We'll go with Lilou. All I wanted is to just play my instruments and travel. Leading armies, risking my life in wars, they're far from my calling. I'm sorry, squires. I'm just not the right person to take my sister's position. Please, just tell Lord Severin of my apologies. Well, we tried diplomacy. Let's drag him back, kicking and screaming. I may not be useful in the battlefield, but let me play something to lift your spirits up. It's the least a cowardly Durandal like me can do. So if you remember the base camp, you might have a clue as to what's about to happen. And you can tell that Lee is moving in position. I have to admit, Sir Artur, thou doth have talent with the string. It's no talent, squire. I merely train more than most people. Perhaps you can apply that same mindset to swordplay, Sir Artur. What is it, Lee? Do you sense something? Yes, and it's quickly coming here. Another ender ambush? You really have a knack on luring them here, don't you, my lord? You saw me, I didn't do anything. Save the chit-chats for later. Ready your weapons. Okay, so for this fight I swapped out some of my party members. Sadly, at this stage of the game, Yillian's healing has just completely fallen off, and she's dead weight, to be perfectly honest. So I went back to the team I used during beta, Isaac, Arya, Lucien. We are going to use Battlefield Tyrant to pull aggro. We still have Arya's shield for a little while longer. We are going to use Pointed Thrust. And as for... okay, this I can't give to an ally. That's what I wanted to see. So I'm going to just go ahead and defend so I have the stamina. As for Lucienne, I have her set up to where she can counterattack. I probably should... I don't know if I gave her spiked armor or not, but that would help. So we're going to have her just defend. Yeah, the flat 30s make me think it's just the spiked armor instead of her counterattack. So sadly for Reed, in order to maximize his DPS, I actually need him to, you know, poison the enemy like his move is trying to do. But so far, it's been a bust. Sadly, at this point, the guy's probably just going to die from the sheer DPS rather than the status effect. Right here, I'm just going to heal Lucienne to top her off, since I don't really have much else to do with my stamina. We're going to renew Battlefield Tyrant. That should get rid of the defense debuff. Right there, he buffed his attack even though he's about to die. Not smart. I'm going to use another heal here. Now I need a little bit of luck here to poison the guy. There we go. And in the meantime, just another heal. With Lucienne's high defense, I did what I could to boost her vitality. She can take what they throw at her. One thing I do have to watch out for, though, is rend armor, so that's why I'm trying to keep her somewhat topped off still. Cold Rage, that means I can probably kill him this turn. Going to pop Battlefield Tyrant just to pull aggro and get the defense buff back out. Stabby stabby. I said stabby stabby, damn it. There's his attack buff, so we can go into defensive mode so we'll take less damage. I'm going to pop a pointed thrust to try to poison him. No dice. Defending just for stamina purposes, but looks like it was not needed. Pointed thrust, hopefully this time we get the poison. There we go. And one bad part about not having Cammile is you just can't see what his hit points are, so... Whoa. So, let's shield bash him to stun him. This will give me a turn to pop heal. Right there, he loses his turn because he was stunned, and I can go ahead and defend. As for Reed, we need to refresh the poison, so... Damn it. Now, Reed could have pulled aggro, but we can't quite see yet. Going to defend for a moment just in case she still does have it. I'm gonna go stabby stabby. Let's shield bash him. Yeah, I was hoping that would count as a stats effect that Reed could exploit, and it looks like that is indeed the case. So right here I'm going to defend, since I probably still have aggro, going for a pointed thrust to set him up if this doesn't kill him. And down he goes. Wooden effigy, Ring of Aptitude, 5 cold iron. So I wonder if he's the only source of it in the game. Like before, it seems like they were drawn to the music. And once again, the ender didn't even touch the one who played it. Is there something with that instrument of yours, Lord Durandal? No, of course not. This is just a common lyre I bought from the Outer Realms. Music. Wait, that may be it. Lord Durandal, you must come with us back to the war camp at once. Didn't I make it clear? I can't wield a sword, much less the Durandal. People don't need a musician, they need a warrior, and I'm not it. Actually, Lord Durandal, I think it's exactly the other way around. You mean we need him because he can't fight? That can't be right. Maybe I just heard you wrong. Not because Lord Durandal can't fight, but because he's a musician. Lee doesn't really get it. I believe most of us will merit from elaboration, Cammile. Sorry, I got a little carried away. Do all of you still remember the ambush in the war camp? I remember that also happened right when Lord Durandal was playing the lyre. And on both occasions he was unhurt. How luck stays on his side. Indeed, and do you still remember the scene we saw at Montcalm? Was it the one where they chanted their heathen prayers? Heathen faith? Well, yes, if that's what you want to call it. At least the chanting part is a fact. Looking back at our encounters with them, I think the World Enders are complex. At least more complex than just a mindless race bent on destroying everything on their path. I believe they understand some higher concepts, such as music. Not only do they understand it, I believe they also worship it. Those barbaric monsters understand music? This isn't the time to be joking, Cammile. Wait, Renard, let her finish. I agree, this is a very interesting thought, even if not yet proven true. Can you continue explaining, Squire? I understand how absurd this might sound, but let's look back for a moment. When we saw them from the Needle, did you say they sound terrifyingly? Yes, Lee felt like every time they shout, her heart shakes with fear. Then at Montcalm we witnessed a scene they performed chanting. A heathen chanting, I insist. We can't exactly be sure what they spoke of, but very well. And then, they ambushed us twice, both when Lord Durandal was playing. Where he gets lucky twice. No, I don't think it was luck. Every time we saw those Enders, there's a red-clothed one among them. He bears no weapons, yet leads the other Enders as they march and chant. Musicians. Yes, Isaac. I believe in their eyes Lord Durandal resembles that red-clothed Ender. My prediction is they regard musicians as holy men, or something along those lines. That's why, even if they regard Lord Durandal as an enemy, they did not attack him. If you connect the dots like that, it does make sense. But are we sure we're not just imagining things? Even if it's true, then what? Are we saying Lord Durandal will play his lyre and hope the Enders fall like flies? No, Renard. We won't try to kill them. We'll try talking. I thought your suggestion about them understanding music was absurd, Cammile. However, this one sounds as far-fetched as it could be. But Lee agrees with Cammile. They may look scary, and they might have done some terrible things. But that's also how elves see humans when they first came to the realm. That was a very different matter, Ilian. No, it wasn't. It wasn't any different at all. Back when humans first came to this place, they killed so many animals, cut down so many trees. They trampled over the land as if it belonged to them and drove many creatures away from their homes. Their rightful homes. There was really nothing different at all. Humans are truly similar to these Enders we're fighting against. Lee's mother once thought that all humans are barbaric creatures. But now, after being with them, Lee understands that it wasn't like that. If elves and humans can live together, shouldn't we try it with the Enders as well? You do have a point, little half-elf squire. Very well, if diplomacy and not violence is what we're going for, I'll come with you. It's a big gamble we're taking here. Well, does anyone have a better idea? You're not suggesting that we charge headlong into their ranks, Renard? Even I know that'd be suicidal. I guess we'll roll with what we have then. By the time we get back, I hope you'll have the words to say to Lord Severin, Miss Cammile. Me, but he can be scary at times, but this is your idea. You should be the one getting credit for it. Alright, let's get going now. So before you actually leave this area... Damn it. He's standing guard over the friggin' metal. Yeah, I gotta kill him, I think. So, Prince's medal, let's see. Missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 venerated. It's possible that the one venerated is still in the camp. But with this, we really just have the final boss left. So there's going to be one special fight between now and then, but I largely don't have a clue on where all these medals I missed are. It would suck if they're like monster drops and I have to just farm the monsters waiting for them to drop. That would probably be the worst case scenario for me. And I'm kind of hoping that one venerated will actually appear while I'm making my return to Levantine victorious, I might add. Okay. Damn it, that one moves in a V shape. Not entirely sure about being so close to the hollowed metal, but can't really expect anything just yet. I'm going the wrong way. Actually, is there anything sparkling here in the tree lines? No. And I should also mention, be careful when you're rapidly moving scenes like that because it can cause the game to crash. Try to let it load at least part of a second before going back, just for stability purposes. Oh crap. Okay, I'm lost. And times like this make me really miss not having a mount. Be it a horse, a chocobo, or something. Okay, now we go right. And we're back to base. I think I need to have a short talk with Lord Severin for a moment. There's some bad blood that needs to be sorted out first. I'll be at the Lilou command tent, squires. Meet us there when you're ready to move on with the plan. So right now, one of the things I am going to do is upgrade my weapons. My cold iron to use. And there's the smith. So I don't know how to get more cold iron, which is why I want to be careful with the stuff I do have. And I'm actually going to burn 3 of them for Reed, I think. Well, first of all, I'm going to upgrade this and see what I need. Okay, you can't take this any higher. And that did unlock the Dagger Master achievement. I don't know if you can see that popping in, but that's why I did that. I could also use them on Arya since... well, I'll probably just do that for whichever character I'm playing at the time. But for now, I really would like to upgrade the Volge or Volgae. Without the accent marks, I'm not sure on how that's pronounced. So right now, Lucien is even tankier, and I don't know if there are any more spears for her, that's the thing. Most of the other characters have 3 weapons, and by most, I mean the light armor types. The heavy types actually don't have multiples. Wow, he needs a lot of raw meat for that. Damn. Can I buy wood here? No. Okay, so yeah. As far as I know, there isn't really any use for the effigies. I'm actually gonna hold on to this one piece of cold steel. Or cold iron, whatever it's called. I will save as is. We'll do one final sweep for a key, or honor medal, since, well, to be blunt, there just aren't that many places for one to hide. And I don't remember if I actually found one here just yet. To be honest, I kind of expected it to be over here by these boxes. Not in the blind spots. And if you're wondering why I sold some stuff in the first place, I wanted to buy some crystals. Well, it's a good thing I have 9 of these. These will be coming in handy. Yeah, I'll hold on to what I have left just in case. As morbid as it may sound, there may be more honor medals after we start cleaning up the bodies. Yeah, let's just move forward. I'm also going to save immediately after this scene because there can be a little bit of luck involved. Squires, Artur has come to me with a proposal. To communicate with the Enders through melodies. Is this your design? It was my idea, General. I believe we have a chance to turn this around, though the idea may sound absurd. I do agree about the latter. Tell me, Lucien, what do you think about this? Honestly, Lord General, I don't believe we can win either by strength or numbers. To be able to turn such a huge tide, we need not only strategy, but also proper execution. However, with most of the army injured and deceased, I don't think it's a valid option. Fair assessment. You've learned well in reading the battlefield. I assume you also thought about the backup plan in case this fails. There is no backup plan, is there, Lord General? Should this fail, with what little we have, there'd be no choice but a full retreat. How can you say such things? We cannot give ground to these creatures. If we turn back, then not only these hills, but the weakened Fireblade will fall as well. Many of our soldiers are wounded. Those who aren't are more than a little exhausted. That's insane. You're thinking of leaving your own behind? In war, sometimes hard decisions have to be made for the greater good. If this gamble of ours doesn't work, we have actually lost the war. The rest of our actions would merely be to minimize our losses. Are you sure? There's no other way? There may be, but we're running out of time, so we'll make do with what we have. Are you ready for this, Artur? Maybe. I hope your fingers don't tremble while playing that, Lear. Get yourselves ready, Squires. Meet us at the shores when you're done. This meeting is dismissed. And right here is your special fight to give you a taste of things to come. So, since I don't like repeating scenes, and sadly this one coming is a big scene. So, this is the moment. Is everyone ready for this gamble? I'm still not sure about all this. But as warriors, it's our duty to follow what the General says. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Let's just pray for this gamble to pay off. Lee doesn't want to imagine what will happen if this doesn't work. Lee thinks that if we believe in what we do, it will have a bigger chance to succeed. Are you scared, Lord Durandal? You've always longed for this, haven't you? A moment where you can show the world that your passion isn't worthless. That moment is right here, right now. Do you have what it takes to face it? I won't run away this time. Come on, let's do this and end the bloody war. Good. That's what I expected Durandal to say. Squires, have your weapons at the ready for anything. You sure about this, Sev? I know we're in need of a miracle, but this... You're putting the lives of hundreds into the hands of a musician and a squire's intuition. Are you ready to take on the burden if this fails? If this happens to be a failure, do take my place as General Roosevelt. Damn it, Sev, if you die here, I'll chase you to the heavens and kill you again. Let's just get this finished before I smack you for even suggesting such things. Godspeed, all of you. Start playing the lyre, Lord Durandal. Here goes. Are they singing with us? Their chants merge with Lord Durandal's melodies. I never even thought such a thing could be possible. Such crude yelling as this, it's not the word music. Though to hear their chants like this, just feels savage, yet somehow majestic. Don't let your guard down yet, we don't know what will happen next. No, Lucien, wait. Wait, I'm not letting them take Lord Uncle just like that. My father once told me that when great warriors meet, there's no need for words. I didn't believe him back then, but now, seeing Lord Severin and that Ender there, the two of them are speaking in their own language, Lucien, the language of heroes. They don't need others interfering in their dialogue. We should let them settle this themselves. But if even another one of them touches him... Hey, something's happening over there. Lee can't see. So that's how it's going to be. As you wish, taste the blade of the Guru. So, let's see... Did he always have 6 moves? Yeah, they don't actually have a ratio for triple slash anymore. It was supposed to be 2 1/4, which is a little underpowered for this type of fight. We have 11,000 hit points. I don't remember how much the boss had, but it's potentially changed. Omni Slash is still not worth using. I don't know what the heal on body perfection is, but we do have access to our healing items. Sadly, 400 HP is pretty much nothing for this fight. Let's start things off with a crippling blow. Defended, I'm going to follow suit, he defends again. You can't let him charge up enough stamina, otherwise he'll use his finisher on you, and it's kind of GG at that point. Now I'm going to use Prepare for Duel here. Sadly I have to eat the 1 attack. But I can defend right here, I take reduced damage, and he doesn't. So all in all, we do come out to be about even. I'm going to try defending one more time, but I think he's going to counter. Or, I meant defend. So right here, crippling blow. And I'm going to be greedy. Omni Slash. So he couldn't do anything that one turn, and I can follow up with a crippling blow to deny him his potential Earthshaker. Now I'm going to defend here. Pop prepared for duel in the event he continues hitting me. Yeah, I figured he'd defend, bastard. And that's the end of the fight. So with this, the war is won, and now the only thing left between us and the next decade is the final boss. Lord Uncle. Are you alright, Lord Uncle? So the red tunic guys are the priests of the Enders. He gave the withdraw command, and that's it. Look, the Enders, they're retreating. To think such a miraculous turn of events is possible. Do we have to fight him now? No, wait, squires. He left just like that? Look, the ships, they're leaving. The Enders are leaving. A human has won a duel against the leader of the Enders and driven them off our lands. Who else could have done such a feat if not the Ravager himself? We all did our share of fighting, not just him. But really, winning against an Ender chief, that's just beyond human. He must have been pushing himself too hard as usual. I just hope the Sacred Sword doesn't. Never mind. Is something the matter, Lord Durandal? No, I myself didn't quite believe that we can communicate with them like this. Don't say such things, my lord. You should be proud of yourself. This victory would have never been possible without you and your leer. Luce, how's he doing? So I'm a little curious as to if it's always going to be Reed that moves forward or if it's your main character. So Marianne is trying to get them to make way. And no one is helping Lucien carry Severin to the medical tent. Jerks. Sev, he just can't get any respect, you know? How's he doing, milady? Broken bones, severe wounds, dehydration, and extreme exhaustion. A normal man would have collapsed after defending the crevasse in the front line for hours. In such unfavorable conditions, he still dueled the chieftain of the Enders. And he won, nonetheless. The Ravager is indeed as powerful as the rumors say. It was by far the greatest duel I've ever seen in my life, Lady Belanus. I would have won that duel and taken just half the damage he took. Your muscles are getting tired, Sev. It's about time you retire that hero cape of yours. Will he be alright? For now, he shouldn't move around for a few weeks, much less wield a weapon of any kind. It's a miracle he survived this far. Putting any more strain on his body would be stretching his limits. If everything goes well, he should be fine in about 3 months. Thank the Deus, I did not think that such a fight was even possible. For a human to combat an Ender toe-to-toe, and its chief no less. Still, we're low on medical supplies. You should return to Levantine as quickly as you can. Put him on a bed and carry him home if you must. Those legs won't be walking for a while. Hear that, Severin? They'll greet you as you lie down on your back. You know, it'd be the first time ever that the Ravager has come back home wounded. Look at the bright side. After so many years, maybe people will start seeing you as a human, not some untouchable creature. I will walk home. The people deserve a better homecoming. Lord Uncle, please reconsider. Think about your health. You've got all the glory a man can have in the realm. Don't risk your life for more of it. This isn't about me, Lucien. It's about Elaine and the realm. The realm, Lord Uncle? What do you mean? Selfish as ever, even so close to death. I'll be leaving for the seat of justice by dawn. Marianne, you can take care of him. Lord Uncle, what did you mean about Lord Levant and the realm? What do they have to do with you? I think what he meant was about the Garou, which has been entrusted by Lord Levant to him. I'm not sure I'm following here. Instead of leading on the front lines, Lord Levant entrusted the Garou, and with it the title Lord General to Lord Severin. Lord Severin may indeed be a better general, but I imagine many would see this as a questionable decision. It certainly gives the impression that Lord Levant conceded he is less of a leader than Lord Severin. As of now, Lord Levant has no direct heir. Lord Severin is next in line due to marriage to Lord Levant's sister. If Lord Severin returns badly wounded, it may seem as if Lord Levant plotted to remove a threat to his seat. Ah, I see thy point, Cammile. I would add that Lord Severin's popularity as a hero might spark chaos among the people. Perhaps it's not a proper thing to say, but there are many who consider Lord Severin as a better blade-bearer. A divide among the people, such a thing can turn out badly. 'Tis important, therefore, to paint a picture of Lord Severin returning both in glory and good health. The heroic Ravager has won yet another war. Lord Levant has made a good decision by sending him. The realm is safe, all is well. There is nae need for worry. Well, you two sure know your way around politics, don't you? As you see, squires, being a noble isn't as simple as winning wars and keeping your people fed. How we look, what we do, and what we say, these things may sound trivial, but we have to think about them. The common people look up to us. It's part of our responsibility to be their good examples. Can't I just do the fighting part? Why do you have to sacrifice so much of yourself for another? You're a hero, Lord Severin, someone the people love, someone the realm needs. Lord Elaine might be different than other nobles. He might be the wisest ruler around here, but is he really worth more than you? Plainsmen like you may not have lived under his rule, so perhaps that's why you don't know. Hear my words, Isaac Goldenlake. If there's ever a person you should die for, that person is Elaine. You won't find anyone who's as honest, who cares more about his people than he does. What flattery. I don't think I ever heard you speak so highly of someone. Yeah, but that tone's going to change. Such devotion is rare among men, Severin. Might I interest you in becoming my sixth husband? Lady Belanus. We've known each other for a while, haven't we, Sev? Maybe it's time to take it a step forward. Sorry, not my type. You're no fun to tease. Lucien? Yes, Lord Uncle? What's with that grin of yours? Nothing at all, Lord Uncle. Tell the army to prepare themselves. Take care of the wounded. We'll march home in 2 days. Are you really going to walk to Levantine, Lord Uncle? It's just a short walk to the port, then I can lie down the entire voyage. I'll manage, Lucien. If you say so, Lord Uncle. So, one thing I want to do is come up here, but I'm actually going to go drop a save real quick if I can, just in case it's glitched. I'm having a little bit of flashback to the Amber Throne. I'm kind of afraid it's like Mount Argonaut. You can go up, but you can never come down. To be honest, this is where I'm expecting to find an honored medal, particularly the last of the, not the Hallowed, what's the other one? Venerated, I think. Okay, let's see which one we picked up as soon as I get to the previous screen. And I'm hoping that damn cat shuts up. So that was the last one on the honored page, or the first honored page, but we still have the 3 here and the 1 here. And then still the 1 venerated to find. Though we do have Dagger Master, that's nice. Now, to move forward... to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure what the trigger is. Is there a tent where we can rest, or is there someone we're supposed to talk to? have we here? Dance. That hard-headed Lilou doesn't know when to take a rest. When you become a knight, don't you dare follow his footsteps. Believe me, kid, you'll be able to do much more being alive than dead. I kinda like this guy. Does he have another one? No, he just repeats that one. So, let's try talking to people. Yeah, infirmary is full. Wounds cleansed. Ready to return? Yes.